Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. It's been a few days since I've uploaded, but I am back yet again with some more juicy updates. And this really did come as a surprise. So someone actually emailed me about this update, and I think that there is a lot of truth to it. And it's regarding Meghan and Harry's surrogate, who they recently used allegedly for Lily. I think that Meghan, who is someone who is extremely intelligent and calculated in the way in which she handles people, would definitely do this to someone. But apparently, before I actually get into what was actually sent to me, apparently she has exploited a fellow woman who agreed to carry baby Lily. And she discarded of her, and allegedly they have these outstanding costs that are yet to be paid. So I'm going to get into the source, and of course, this is rumours and speculation. I can't say that this is factual, but I do believe there to be quite a bit of substantial truth in this statement. Meghan and Harry's alleged surrogate has been identified as an American US-based woman who is reported to be seeking unpaid labour costs after she was only paid in a limited capacity for the birthing of their second child. Allegedly, the surrogate has 2 children of her own and is raising them as a single mother with her extended family. She feels as though she was wrongfully treated during and after her pregnancy, and she wasn't fully paid for her efforts. Now, I'm not really sure as to what the legal ramifications are when it comes to surrogacy. Now, I'm aware that over here in the UK, you are not allowed to agree to be a surrogate for financial benefit. And I think that the maximum payout that a surrogate would receive would be up to £10,000. Now, my understanding is that America is an extremely large place, and to my knowledge, quite recently, the state of Texas has just outlawed a woman's right to seek an abortion. I just think that it's unfair to take a woman's right away to choose, but then I do understand that the US state of Texas is an extremely Christian, religious based state belief system, and therefore that's why they have taken this very extreme decision to stop women from being able to have autonomy over whether they continue with a pregnancy or abort their pregnancy. I'm also aware that in Poland this is the same, and women are not allowed to seek an abortion. Now, what does this all mean in relation to Meghan's surrogate? Well, what I'm basically saying is that her actual US state where she resides with her children is undisclosed, so I do not know what the laws and ramifications are, but all I can assume is that within this case and the person that they used, she was enabled to become a surrogate for Meghan and Harry for financial gain and financial profit. So it was extremely transactional, if this is to be believed. Due to the high-profile nature of Harry and Meghan, she feels as though she will be buried in legal fees. However, she has plans to set up a GoFundMe campaign to combat the Sussexes if they refuse to settle out of court for her outstanding expenses that they currently owe her. She thinks that it is ironic that Meghan preaches so righteously about female empowerment and feminism, yet she has wound up feeling unsupported and quite victimized by her, allegedly. Her understanding is that she would have been fully compensated for her expenses, some of which she refuses to disclose. She feels as though they have taken advantage of her and wielded their celebrity power in this situation. She has also been quoted as saying she took the honour of being asked to be their surrogate as a great achievement in her life, and she was more than delighted to give them the gift of a life, a child, and a healthy baby. But she also revealed that she felt allegedly like an unimportant employee towards the ending of the pregnancy, and all of the niceties that were once being shown to her had eventually begun to start falling away. She felt lonely, and allegedly she felt isolated. Sometimes she would pay for certain expenses that Meghan had requested her for personally during her pregnancy, and Meghan had promised to reimburse her, but she never did. So this could have been in relation to, and I'm just speculating here, it could have been in relation to maybe certain classes she wanted her to attend, maybe certain yoga positions she wanted her to do, or fitness classes related to prenatal care, you name it, okay? You know, out in the world of fancy, crazy, weird Hollywood, right, it can become extremely expensive when they start talking to these hocus pocus holistic gurus, okay? And I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. There are a lot of Hollywood gurus out there who are charging thousands and thousands of pounds for their services to these very rich, entitled celebrity women. And that's not a crime. I mean, everyone has to make their money. Everyone has to make a living, okay? But I just see it as rather exploitative, especially if Meghan had requested for her to go to a certain guru or a certain holistic practitioner, and she forgot to reimburse this lady for those expenses. Now, if you are familiar with the famous actress Gwyneth Paltrow, she has an online website called Goop that is famed for recommending extraordinarily expensive holistic health treatments that the average woman can't afford. And it's stuff that she swears by, i.e. practices such as steaming your vajayjay and various other things that only the privileged have access to. So it could have gone down that road, which is what I'm basically trying to say. Rightfully so, she deserves to have her costs and her expenses reimbursed if that was a requirement from Meghan at the beginning before they actually inserted the embryo into this poor young lady. Then she should be reimbursed because these were Meghan's wants and wishes, Harry's wants and wishes, and not hers. So why should she have to pay for it? Sometimes she would put certain expenses on her personal credit cards. She hates to think of surrogacy as so transactional, but when you are carrying the child of royalty, as she put it, your expenses and expectations naturally rise. She also allegedly said that she is happy that the baby is healthy and flourishing, but she just wants the outstanding costs paid so she can move on with her life and focus on her other two children. She has also gone on record allegedly saying that it is such an intimate, selfless job, she wouldn't be a surrogate again for another family. She was extremely excited and it was something that she had always wanted to do until it all went sour and it all went south. She felt privileged that Meghan had approved of her diet and holistic approach to life and her holistic lifestyle, and stupidly, she said, and this is allegedly, she felt closer to her than she actually was, but she only realised that after baby Lily was born. She felt as though she had found another Earth sister, but it was just a business deal that she realised at the end. She remembered that things aren't always what they seem when she finally handed over the baby and said her final well wishes goodbye. She also has gone on to say on record allegedly that Meghan really knows how to put the charm on people. That's the end of the source. Do I believe this to be true? Yeah, I do believe there's been a lot of speculation online over whether Meghan had a surrogate, whether Meghan actually carried Lily or Archie. And a lot of people do not even believe these children are real. And that's the thing, we're yet to see baby Lily. We've only seen weird kind of hazy snapshots of her, but we haven't seen her, have we, directly? I just think that in its entirety, I really hope that this woman gets some kind of justice. And she's obviously fallen for the charm of Meghan Markle. And Meghan Markle is very good at charming people. I mean, she's done a pretty good job thus far. She's gotten Harry to leave his family, vilify his family, trash his family, successfully isolated him from everything he knows. So what else could she do to just a young mother with 2 children who just wants to have a better life? Having that kind of charm offensive can become extremely dangerous to unsuspecting targets, okay? So like I said, this is gossip, rumours and speculation. It's going to be very interesting to see her GoFundMe campaign, if she does actually launch one, if it gets that far. It certainly will not look good for Meghan's PR image that she's trying to build of herself being a caring, feminist woman who cares about the welfare of other women and their incomes. I'll be back with another video. Bye guys.